Book club is in session. Welcome to Dual Lit Society.
Let's get into Beautiful Broken Love by Shanora Williams.
All right, girl.
Let's start with
My girl Davina. She's CEO of a skincare company and still grieving her husband's death because he died the year before. Wasn't even a full year yet. And then there's Deke Bishop. He is an NBA star that is endorsing her skincare company. That's how they linked up. We saw each other.
and he took it just so he can get free skincare
For his sisters. That's the initial. It was real because I would want to do that as well.
Exactly.
If I knew somebody famous, I'd be,
Can you just do that so I can get stuff?
I'm trying to get free stuff.
Right.
So when he first saw her, oh my God, he was acting like he's never seen nobody before.
He hadn't. Not that beautiful.
I guess not that beautiful. But mind you, this is a meeting. She's the CEO of the company. It was just not the right time for him to be doing whatever flirtation stuff that he was doing. I would have been irritated because I would have been like, oh, you gotta go. Because you're doing too much.
I ain't think
It was annoying to me. This is her place of business. Get out of here.
Wait, was it really though?
Yeah, he was like low-key being evasive with her questions. I was asking him, you know, he was playing. I'm like,
Because I feel like I didn't really get annoyed with him, and I didn't really get annoyed with him, but I was like when they met up for dinner that night, and she was like, "Oh, I don't really drink," and he was like, "Oh, when you just get water," and then he was basically trying to turn it into a date, and that's when she got uncomfortable. So that's when I got uncomfortable, but I didn't really think anything of it. Like,
I knew that that's where that was
Earlier
going
in the
because
day.
of the way that he immediately jumped into it and was just like, he was shooting his shots, and I get it, shooter shoots, but like,
shoot.
not at my place of work. Leave that somewhere else. So the Davina was really sad though. She was still grieving a lot about her
She
husband.
was because she wouldn't like, process it.
She never processed it. She would just go straight
just
to
kept
work. She didn't
working.
really cry. She didn't actually have that time to sit in her feelings. So, and Lou did sound like a wonderful husband.
He did.
So that would
And they
that
were
would make me
young. They
sad.
were like 30. That's sad.
And he died. He had a form of cancer. So she kind of knew what was happening, and then he would just get sadder and sadder as diagnosis deteriorated his body and everything like that. It was
Especially
just-
when he told her like, it's okay for you to love again.
Yeah, he
We're
did.
young.
and she was like, "No, I'm not trying to hear that."
Yeah, you're my man. You're the greatest love I've ever had. Nobody's ever gonna match up to this, which is true. But like 30.
It was sad. It was really sad because Yavina, she really couldn't catch a break because her dad died when she was younger. She was obsessed with him. Now her husband was dead, and now she just feel like I don't even want to get into nothing. And she told Deke that when he was trying to be flirtatious and all that, she's like, "Hey, these problems, I'm grieving."
She did not say that.
She did.
Told him she was married still.
Well, she didn't say that she was married. He just was like, "Oh, so you're married." And she just looked down at her fingers, and he was like, "Oh, well, your husband must not be treating you right." And she was like, "It's not that." "Oh, well, you must be lonely." She was like, "It's not that." She just wasn't telling him that he was actually dead.
If she really wanted to be left alone,
She would have said that he was dead.
She would have cleared that up.
But he was
liked
also
it.
kind of dirty Mac when he didn't realize like that she was a widower. He was really trying to dirt. Like, oh, he must be leaving you at home. He was like, "Can you move?"
He was obviously getting some sort of energy from her too.
Which was
Because
also
her
annoying.
dialogue was saying she was thinking like she was attracted to him, and she was. So,
But I don't think
he
she was
wasn't
giving
imagining that stuff.
She was giving mixed signals, but she was saying, "Come on, chill." But she was actually giving mixed signals with her body language. And so I get it, but it's also like
You just didn't like Deke.
I didn't.
It's okay.
But when they did end up, well, he did end up finding out that her husband was dead.
Not from her.
And it wasn't from her. He sent an email, trying to be nice, and she was just like,
He
"We can only be
was.
friends."
When he found out
he
he
was
was a
really
friend,
nice.
he was a
He
friend
was
to
trying
her.
to be, but then he was like, I can't just be her friend. I want more," and it showed. Even though she did keep telling him, he was hurting his own feelings. I'm not gonna lie, he was hurting his own feelings because she said, "I'm grieving. I'm scared about this. Like, just take it back." He was taking every crumb he could get and turning it up.
Because of her actions. She's saying one thing and doing something else.
I'm sorry. If you saying one thing and I'm like, you know what, I don't really care. I'm about to keep trying. I'm about to keep pushing. That's his fault.
That's her fault too.
That's his fault.
She's still in his face too.
That is his fault. And then when she started ignoring him, he was being really mean to her at that meeting that they went to.
I remember that
And I was just
meeting.
like, a man only got to be mean to me once. He cut off. And she should have cut him off after that because it was really unnecessary. And it was a business meeting. Do this later.
What happened? Why did she stop talking to him?
Because he wanted her number. And she was like, oh,
that was too much.
not too.
Yeah, that was too much for her.
It was
Yeah,
too much
yeah,
for her.
yeah.
It was moving too quickly. And she understood that. So she was like, let me just chill out with this. He didn't like that.
Yeah, but
He didn't know.
'cause she didn't say
I think
anything. She just cut him
she
off.
should have communicated better.
That's what I'm saying. He's not just doing stuff. Like she was horrible.
She was horrible with her communication. She was. Camille, honestly, he really didn't play that much of a role.
She didn't.
Camille told him, she was like, "Hey, that lady's grieving, chill on her." And Dee just went harder. I feel like he thought that was a challenge.
She chilled for a little bit, I feel like.
He chilled for a second. And then he went straight back into it and going really hard. And
because she let him back in. No.
what?
They ended up having sex on the freaking rooftop.
Well, she was like, let's just do the friends with benefits situation. But then she sat up there and said, "I don't want this to be a one-time thing."
Exactly. See? You're coming around. She was the problem.
No, he 100% was a problem.
No.
But Camille was also 90. Davina was also 90% of the problem because she was not communicating correctly. She would just run away. So she was not upfront with everything. So they ended up being friends with benefits.
It worked. For
But
as long as
she
it
was
worked.
like, "I really don't want this to go further." And then in Deke's point of view, he'd be like, "This has to go further." He was actually being very unserious. He didn't believe nothing she said because he was just like, "If I try hard enough,
He didn't believe nothing she said. 'Cause she'd be doing the opposite of what she said.
I will pursue this as hard as I possibly
He
can."
did should have, because guess what? They ended up together anyways.
I think he should have left her alone. That's just me. But
That wouldn't happen because she would have came back.
And she did after it was that last time that she ran away because things were getting way too serious. It was getting serious real fast though. I'm not gonna lie.
On all these books.
And I feel like considering what she had been through, taking it slow would have been the
I feel
norm.
like that's what she was fighting with the most, though. Moving on too fast, but there's no real timeline on.
But I don't think it was fast in timeline. I think it was just fast in within a month. They were literally in each other's space, and it's like that's kind of fast.
She really just didn't like the fact that she was interested in somebody else, not even a year after her husband.
That's
she
what
didn't
she was
think
struggling
that
with.
she would.
She didn't think it didn't feel
And
right.
that's
for
probably
her.
what felt the most annoying to me because it's like, hey, your feelings are real. You're trying to ignore them, but you're also sending mixed signals, and
You're saying one thing and doing something else.
So it's like, what is he supposed to do?
I think he should have just left her alone.
Like
I promise.
he did what he was supposed to do.
I think he did more than what he was supposed to do. I truly think he did way more than he was supposed to do. The second she was acting weird, he should have been out. But for whatever reason,
self-respect.
He didn't have no self-respect.
He knew what he wanted, and he just did whatever he had to do to get it, and he got it.
I guess until he got mad at her, and then she was the one pursuing him. And see, that's also when you would have lost me because I'm not about to be calling no man doing the most.
But she messed it up.
And if he didn't answer on that third call, let it go. And she didn't. So yeah, they both was fighting. Whatever was fighting, and it was too much. It was a lot of back and forth. But eventually, they got themselves together, and I hated how their siblings kept trying to make them forgive their parents for being bad parents.
That was weird, and I was with Deke on that.
Oh,
100%, because just having him around.
He was getting beat. I was getting beat. My brother, who later on we found out he committed suicide after his dad beat him so bad, and it's just like, why are we letting him around?
Yeah, I was with him on that. I'm not coming to the house.
No, for what? And the mom, I feel like she was just being too. Oh, well, she's trying to change.
You can keep that.
No, he can keep that because he was beating your behind.
He was beating.
And you trying to tell me, convince me that he changed?
I'm good. He literally told her, "I love you, my mom. I respect you, but I ain't coming around. If he's around, if you let him around yourself, I'm good on you too."
As he should have been.
I'm good on you too because I'm not gonna sit around and
it was
see him do the same thing over and over again.
And manipulate everybody and pretend like he's.
I guess he did change. Had that conversation and
that conversation should have went in out the other. Because no, I'm good on him. But
I think we're learning that Deke is just.
I don't really like him, but he seemed like a good person, and I'm actually really glad that Davina got her happy ending with somebody because she been through a lot, and I feel like she deserved a happy ending. But the proposal
was cute.
It was so cute. He had all his family there.
My dream date at an NBA game. Come on,
NBA game. He let her down on the court.
I actually would have been pissed because like all these people looking at me,
and everybody was looking at her, and she was like, "What y'all looking at?" She turned around. He on one knee,
cry
in front of everybody. His family was there. Her family was there. It was a really cute proposal.
It was cute. And she said yes.
Obviously, she's gonna say yes. She didn't fall too long. Her feelings. She better not have said no.
So the chasing was worth it.
I guess. At some point, you got to put the brakes on and let that go. That's all I'm saying.
They wouldn't have got here if either of them did.
They was both stressing me out. So, what are your final thoughts and ratings?
I gave it a 4. I didn't think it was the best love story, but I liked the characters individually, I guess. I didn't have too much grief with Deke. I liked him.
I gave it a 3.5. I do. Davina got her happy ending. Deke is okay. I'm not gonna lie. I closed my eyes and closed my ears the second that he said the word female in the beginning, and he said it 3 times, and I just couldn't get past it. But I'm happy for Davina. They were cute.
Let us know what you thought about this book in the comments, and we'll see you in the next book.
Bye.